Welcome to Module 4. In this module, we will explore how you can use your learning activities to break down stereotypical ideas about gender. We will learn how to avoid making activities sex-specific and how to create opportunities for children to engage in a variety of play and learning activities. We will discover how to use activities to question gender roles and stereotypes to promote gender equality. When children engage in a variety of learning activities and have opportunities to interact with different children, they develop a broader range of socio-emotional and cognitive skills. Traditional ideas about gender roles may prevent children from engaging in certain play behaviors or from taking on different roles in group settings. This may happen during teacher-guided activities, free play, and child-initiated activities. During teacher-guided activities, teachers often divide the class into smaller groups. The teacher would work more closely with one group whilst other groups are engaged in independent activities. When children are divided into groups based on sex, it supports the belief that children of different sexes can't work together and can't perform the same task. In addition, when we assume that children won't be interested in an activity because of their sex, all children miss out on important learning opportunities. Across multiple circumstances, children may engage in certain activities based on their sex. Boys often tend to favor construction and technical activities, such as playing with big blocks or small construction materials, and gross motor activities. Girls are more likely to be found at indoor play in the house corner, doing fine motor and creative art activities and reading. You can use your teacher-guided activities, free play, and daily routines to address ideas about gender that hold children back from active participation, exploration, and learning. How can we use learning activities to break down stereotypical ideas about gender? We will explore 3 strategies you can use. Strategy 1. Avoid making activities sex-specific. Teacher Kosi does not organize separate activities for boys and girls. She encourages mixed sex groups and interaction during all her activities. This benefits learning of all children. You can divide children into groups in random ways, not by sex. For example, avoid pairing children as boy-girl, boy-girl. Avoid dividing boys and girls into separate groups. You can use other ways to group children, for example, by their month of birth, favorite animal, food, or what sound their name starts with. Boy-girl divisions can also exclude transgender children and reinforces gender as a strict binary. A transgender person has a gender identity which is different from the gender that is usually associated with their sex. For instance, a person born with male genitals but who identifies as female. Transgender also includes people who identify with having multiple genders or no gender at all. You can change groups every so often to maintain motivation. Children should find themselves in groups that respond to their specific needs. And occasionally, you may want to combine certain children based on their needs to work at their specific level. Avoid routines that separate boys from the girls. Make sure that expectations, rules, and routines are the same for all children. Avoid routines that separate the boys from the girls. Make sure that expectations, rules, and routines are the same for all children. Avoid assigning tasks by sex. For example, avoid assigning chores like sweeping for girls or tidying away the chairs for boys. Note: while encouraging mixed sex groupings is important for reducing stereotypical behavior, it needs to be carefully managed, and teachers should oversee interactions and provide support where necessary. This will help prevent certain children from dominating the activity and encourage less participative children to get involved. Strategy number 2. You can create opportunities for children to engage in a variety of play and learning activities. Teacher Sihle is aware that children may already have stereotypical ideas about gender. These ideas may dictate which activities the children engage in. When a child explores a gender non-conforming activity, teacher Sihle encourages them to continue and discourages peers for making negative comments. Always avoid the assumption that children won't be interested in an activity typically associated with one sex. Try encourage children to try new learning activities. You will be surprised at how well they do. Additionally, when a child explores a new gender role, encourage this child to continue and discourage peers from making negative comments. Strategy 3 looks at using activities to question gender roles and stereotypes to promote gender equality. Try organize activities that break traditional gender roles. For instance, while learning about transport, all children can pretend to drive tractors. This may initially meet some resistance, and children may make remarks about certain behaviors not being for boys or for girls. Use this opportunity to introduce examples of people who do break these gender roles. For example, show a drawing of a female tractor driver or a car mechanic. In the classroom, you can model non-stereotypical play behavior to inspire children. For example, by playing a mother that builds a house or a father cooking. Adapt traditional songs and hymns, alternate male and female names, swap parental roles, make verses gender neutral. For example, in the wheels on the bus, use parents instead of mummies. Instead of, Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on his farm, you can teach children to sing, 10 days parents had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on their farm. Continually ask questions to the learners that challenge gender roles. Have discussions about different professions, responsibilities, and family members and what they do around the home. Ask questions such as, whose father cooks? Who helps their parents in the kitchen? Can girls also drive trucks? The objective is to broaden children's thinking and never to disapprove or judge their answers. In this module, we examined learning activities to break down stereotypical ideas about gender. We learned how to avoid making activities sex-specific and how to create opportunities for children to engage in a variety of play and learning activities. We discovered how to use activities to question gender roles and stereotypes to promote gender equality.